P. Diddler, uh-oh, stinky. Yeah, apparently, the verdict came out. Don't spoil it, Chad. Don't spoil it for those that don't know. It's quite something. It's quite something. P. Diddy verdict is crazy.
What an infuriating and sad day. I guess all the baby oil paid off for P. Diddy because he was too slippery for the justice system. I cannot.
He got so much oil on his body, he just whoop! They just flew away.
Not believe it.
Yeah.
They have now reached a verdict on all the charges, and he has been acquitted of the most serious ones. The Lord of Lube wiggles his way out of it somehow. Despite overwhelming evidence to support the allegations against P. Diddy about the decades worth of evil, criminal activities and actions.
Yo, Akira! Thank you for the raid! Привет! Спасибо большое! Hi, you're welcome. Мы смотрим видос про PDD. PDD!
He has done, terrorizing the music industry and so many individuals. It seems like the dawn of dildos is about to get away with a slap on the wrist. And maybe not even that much. He has been found guilty on 2 of the lesser charges, which could carry a maximum of 20 years in prison.
No.
But I've completely lost faith in the system here.
No.
I have to imagine this is all...
He got out of literally hurting people. If that doesn't say enough about the justice system, I don't know, man. They must have paid that judge, like, immensely. There's no way.
Just now, horseradish and barnacles. I think he will probably just get away with, like, 6 months probation or some shit.
So
5 counts. We have a mixed verdict here. Again, count 1 as it relates to racketeering.
It wasn't the judge, it was the jury. The court system is very corrupt. I'm sure that the judge also probably got fucking paid off. Yeah, it's either the jurors were pawn threatened or the jury or the judge. It doesn't matter. The details don't fucking matter. Either way, it's fucked.
Hearing not guilty. Count 2 as it relates to sex trafficking. Not guilty. Count 3 guilty. Count 4 not guilty. Count 5 guilty.
Those 2 counts he was found guilty on, that was like Weenie Hut Jr. level charges compared to the rest, and it's something the defense, I imagine, was extremely pleased to have been found guilty on versus...
Dude, the lawyer that P. Diddy had must have been the same lawyer for... What's his name? Oh, for OJ. There's no way.
The rest. They were so happy, in fact, that reportedly P. Diddy even stood up and started clapping. Literally like a Tumblr fanfic. He stood up, started clapping, and then like his friends and family erupted into applause. Now the judge is considering what bail should be, and we move on to the next stage, which will be the sentencing for these 2 charges, which carry a maximum of 10 years each. He's not going to be seeing the maximum. He probably won't even be seeing the minimum. They might just let him walk away with being forced to play League of Legends solo queue for like 2 months or something.
No! The horror!
Something, and that'll be his punishment. It is such a fucking
World of
joke
Warcraft.
what just happened here. I actually still can't believe it. It is sickening. So I truly wouldn't be surprised if he just fully walks free from this, and I guess we can expect the grand reopening of Puffy Flavor Camp. Everyone out there, sleep in fear. Make sure
he can't be allowed to play with kids. Buddy, I hate to break it to you, but League of Legends is 15 years old. Most people that are playing are older Zoomers and younger millennials. I think they're not even kids at this point. Don't worry! Yeah, there's not that many kids playing, let's be real. I think the youngest people playing are probably like 18 now.
You're sleeping on your back, because if you sleep on your stomach, P. Diddy might just break into your house in the middle of the night and shove a dildo up your ass. It is still just so fucking unbelievable to me. I thought this was dead to rights. Not only because of the overwhelming evidence, but also his team wasn't exactly a cohesive unit. Like, not that long ago, one of his big lawyers quit, saying he could no longer, under any circumstances, represent him.
He represented Osama bin Laden, but told the judge that under no circumstances could he sing. So those lawyers must have been like, I don't know, Team Evil or something, man.
Serve as a member of his council.
There's no way.
And somehow, they were still able to squeak a win out from between P. Diddy's greased butt cheeks here. I don't know. Did they promise, like, freak-off invitations to the jury? I have no clue. I don't get it. I really, truly do not understand how this just happened.
It's a mixed verdict, but it is a stunning victory for the defense. The Mann Act, these charges, these were the easiest for prosecutors to prove, the lowest hanging fruit.
I can't believe transportation to engage in prostitute. What? I thought they would at least get him the racketeering charges. Did they threaten the entire jury?
Merely required showing that state lines were crossed for the purpose to engage in prostitution. We saw a lot of evidence on these charges. Did not have that element, Laura, of force, fraud, or coercion. And this carries the lightest sentence of these charges. It is a maximum of 10 years. And keep in mind, when you're talking about maximums
don't usually happen, bro. Like, even in the most hardcore cases, they don't happen. They maybe give you, like, half at best.
Aren't the rule. They are the exception. They're for the most exceptional and severe cases.
Yeah.
So now you're talking about a sentence that's potentially in the lower range with time served because he's been behind bars.
Yeah, again, he's definitely not seeing the maximum penalty for those charges. I would be surprised if he even saw the minimum. My guess would be, and of course I haven't passed the bar, so this is just fucking Neanderthal spitballing. My guess would be they'll weigh the time served behind bars throughout this case as like you've learned your lesson, and wiggle their finger. Don't do it
like,
again.
Don't do it
give
again,
him some
you little
really
rascal.
light punishment. Very, very light sentence.
They're already giving him... He's basically scot-free at this point.
And then when he's out on bail or full-blown walks free, I imagine baby oil will go extinct. And I predict that there will be a freak-off the likes of which the cosmos has never seen. It'll be filled with so much degeneracy that it will give birth to Slanesh.
This just proves that, like, if you're rich and famous and you have enough connections, you can get away with a lot. Like, an insane amount. I don't want to tinfoil again here, but I feel like he's probably connected with, like, so many people at this point. There's no way.
In the warp. In real life. It's going to be a Warhammer 40k event.
Oiled up motherfucker.
It's just so fucking despicable, man. It really is.
The fact that these sex trafficking charges, specifically with respect to Cassie Ventura, means that the jury was convinced by the defense, at least with respect to reasonable doubt, that the commercial sex, i.e. the freak-offs, were not connected to some of this violence, that there was not that force, fraud, or coercion element.
So they basically said that all of her shit was bullshit. You know what also another big thing is? I just thought of this. The Cassie stuff probably happened so long ago, it probably expired. What is it, like the statute of something? Yeah. It's so sad. Yeah, the statute of limitations happened as well, because I think some of the stuff that happened was like 20 years ago. I remember reading that.
Is by far, from a penalty perspective, the most serious. It carried a 15-year minimum. So that is a huge distinction.
Really feels like if you've got enough money, somehow a lot of those very serious, very well-documented things just never really seem to stick in court for some reason. It's so weird how that works. It's so odd how we see that happen so many times. I don't know. Something seems a bit fishy there. From everything I've seen from a couple of lawyers discussing it, the big thing here seems that the RICO charges weren't conveyed well enough for the jury to understand, and that it could have been, like, difficult in the first place as a potential overcharging on P. Diddy, so that was like an uphill battle. Obviously, I don't understand all the nuance to how that shit works in court, like how it all shakes down the fucking Rube Goldberg machine that is arguing RICO charges. I'm not Saul Goodman.
I'm trying to listen.
But
Stop.
outside of that, The lawyers also expressed how stunned they were that he was found not guilty on the sex trafficking by force and coercion. It seems like, at least from the lawyers that I've read and watched from, they were also very surprised that somehow the jury wasn't convinced on those. That one really did seem like a pretty big slam dunk in the case. Like, at least most sane human beings would think so, but somehow it didn't.
I can't believe this guy came in while I'm talking. You guys took it too far, man.
Stick.
I'm trying. This is serious. This is serious. Come on, focus up.
Somehow it didn't shake out that way. To be found not guilty on those is baffling. Actually baffling. And I went to a live stream where some lawyers were talking, and reading the chat, it will make you lose all possible faith that there's real people online. There are so many people that are...
There's people who are outside cheering for his release, and they all have a bunch of baby oil. Did you guys see that clip of the people dancing and fucking throwing baby oil on each other?
Elated, celebrating that P. Diddy is free, and saying he should go as far as suing the government for the charges they brought against him. Unironically,
Chat, you guys aren't dedicated enough.
I saw someone donate saying, does P. Diddy have a case against the government to sue them for this? Holy shit. What? I don't know how so many people have been poisoned by stupidity. Like an action, there must be some kind of hole in the ozone layer that's...
Dude, the R. Kelly, like, parody in the Boondocks actually predicted this outcome. Am I wrong? Like, I'm pretty sure there's a whole episode, right, where Kelly gets, like, indicted, or, like, it's, like, a court thing, and then, like, everybody's like, whoa! 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 Release Kelly! Whoa!
Letting pure concentrated stupid come through, and it is just destroying neurons at an alarming rate. Such an unfortunate outcome. There's a lot of people that are now going to need to be looking over their shoulder here with this P. Diddy verdict. One of them being a bodyguard who said if P. Diddy walks, he's going to need to go into hiding. I think that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
He most likely will, in order to stay alive.
It's not even the people who are, like, normal people that would be pissed. It would be the people who have been convicted before for, like, arguably less. That's what the funniest part about it. The people that walked and had to go into jail, and then he got to walk.
This is a dangerous man with an extremely well-recorded history of horrible shit he has done, who is now getting let off very easily here. Now, if you're a sane, sensible person, you're probably pretty angered by the outcome, but we don't live in a world where everyone's sane and sensible.
That's true.
There is a not small group of people, the Free Diddy drones, that are very, very pleased. They're very excited that P. Diddy is going to be most likely getting let off super, super easily. They are elated right now, these fucking weirdos. They're acting like they're part of the crew, part of the ship, like they'll get the invite to the next freak-off. And
yeah, they actually do. He's fucking joking, but it's true.
And they are so happy. Fucking weirdos out there. It's crazy how anyone can view this as anything other than a disaster. A fucking travesty where the justice system just failed so many people. Yeah, I'll stop ranting and raving about it. That's really about it. So, yeah.
The cult of Slanesh is out and forced to protect Diddy. Bro, the amount of oil that he lubed up on himself let him escape justice. There's no fucking way. He actually got away with, like horrible, degenerate crimes. I don't know, man. You guys aren't dedicated enough. You guys should oil yourself up for me. Oh my god, dude. Oil yourself up, chat. It's time. I can't believe this is real life, man.